It was no accident that, we have been summoned, people like Yaqub Sahab, by numerous countries to come and observe their elections, to guide them, to give them advice. It's only because we have developed over these years, and it wasn't just Congress rule, in all fairness, there were a few other governments in between. We've developed a reputation for having an election commission of true neutrality and independence, which has also acquired a lot of expertise in running elections in a country with the kind of challenges we have that many other sort of developing countries and some new democracies found valuable. I think, Yaqub Sahab, you can tell us how many countries you wandered off to in advice after you left being an election commissioner, as well as, of course, when our serving election commissioners have been asked to advise on elections. So this kind of thing is being compromised at the altar of the political expediency of the present government. And I think that's deeply unfortunate. So when you ask about a trust deficit, I ask you, where does a trust deficit come from? It is because of a perception that the playing field is not level. We've even seen this during elections when complaints are made about specific speeches made by candidates which are violative of the poll code, where speeches made by every other party are very rapidly rapped on the knuckles. And somehow even the Home Minister is able to make a flagrantly offensive speech, and complaints are immediately issued, but no action is taken by the Election Commission. So these are kinds of questions which honestly the only people who can answer are the Election Commission. It's not that we're making a value judgment alone, we're giving you concrete examples where the Election Commission has been found wanting.
Absolutely. Let me just get 𝗕𝗓𝗃𝗓𝗃 and 𝗕𝗶𝗱𝗵𝗀 at this point. Both of you have covered elections in India for decades now, so you've seen how things have changed, the kind of chaos our elections used to be, it's a flawed, but it's a great system of electronic voting machines. I, for one, I don't buy into the conspiracy theories about EVMs. But 𝗕𝗓𝗃𝗓𝗃, in that context then, how important does the perceived independence and the neutrality of the Election Commission become in the India that we live in today? That to ensure that in this chaotic democracy of ours, a level playing field is being provided to all.
Over the years, we've seen this, and this is because I also go back to 𝗕𝗓𝗃𝗓𝗃. 𝗕𝗓𝗃𝗓𝗃 was also very close to the Congress. He was part of the Rajiv Gandhi regime. But once he sat in that chair, he was a bulldog. He had the Prime Minister as a politician running in circles. They had to do what he said had to be done for the conduct of free and fair elections. And the CCs who followed, no matter what their political alignments, they stuck to that. And it's only lately, my experience is the stronger the Prime Minister, the weaker the institutions in our country. More the concentration of power. It's a paradox. The weaker the government, it's an alliance government, the stronger the institutions, the more the checks and balances that come into play. And because for 25 years we had coalition governments, I think it made it easier for the Election Commission also to function more autonomously. I must say, I wanted to start off on that note, really to congratulate Mr. Quraishi for this book. It's a reference book. He's discussed every issue pertaining to election reform. And then all the constitutional provisions that oversee elections, all the elections data at a glance. It's like a bedside book you must have. Anybody who covers elections, as he says, dedicated to bureaucrats. So I really must, for coming from a credible voice like his, it's a real addition to the books in this country, and I must really congratulate him for it. But